Sports Attack.
What an awful, awful theme song. Right, welcome to the SMS Podcast, live in lockdown still. Just getting Sean on the air right now, and he's just connected. Welcome to the SMS Podcast, Sean Hiscox. Welcome back.
Hello.
How are we doing? How are we doing today?
I'm good, mate. How are you?
I'm great. This is actually take 2 because me and Sean started doing the podcast, and it stopped recording for some reason. So we're now starting again. So,
Yeah.
Sean, how are you anyway, again?
I've been good, mate. I've been good. I'm very hot right now. Very, very hot.
Somewhat like a snowman, Sean.
What do you mean?
Snowman's melt.
Oh, yeah. Snowmans.
Snowmen, Sean. No snowmans.
Snowmen.
Have you ever seen Jack Frost, Sean?
The one with Michael Keaton.
Yeah, have you seen the other one?
No, not the horror one, no.
Fucking terrible. Right, anyway.
I want to watch it. What's that little guy by you there?
It's not a little guy, it's Alexa Bliss. It's actually Alexa Bliss because obviously she's quite short, isn't she? There she is.
Cool. Brilliant.
I love Alexa Bliss. Sorry.
It's a bobblehead, is it? Is it a bobblehead?
It doesn't bobble, but...
Make it bobble.
She might give good head, Sean. I don't know.
Oh.
Probably. Look at her.
Beautiful, mate.
Did you see someone have a go at her on Twitter in the week?
Yeah.
That she, the way she wrestles is probably like the way she's in bed. Crap and stuff. What a horrible thing to say.
Oh, I know. There's some horrible people trying to stir some shit in the world. It really is.
I just don't get it with sometimes. There's so much... I think people find it harder to be nice than horrible. Like, it's easy to be horrible, isn't it?
Yeah, that is the easy way out.
The only time I'm horrible is Wednesday nights or Wednesday afternoons.
Why is that, Sam?
Because I troll AEW fans.
Yeah, I thought so.
That fucking garbage show.
It has its moments, but yeah, the majority of it's really bad.
On ITV Hub.
Yeah.
Great network. Free TV. Well done. Great to push your fucking viewers.
Yes.
What a bunch
indeed.
of crap. Sean,
Yes.
I watched an interesting film this morning.
Really?
Yeah.
Go on.
It was called Zombievers.
Zombievers.
Beavers that turn into zombies, and then they go on a killing spree. That
sounds hilarious.
It's on Netflix.
Mm.
So it starts off with these two guys. They're delivering hazardous chemicals, and they're literally having the most weirdest conversation ever. One guy was like going, he goes, I got my girlfriend to have her 4th abortion. I did tell her I love her to make her do it. And I thought, oh, wow, okay. And then he goes, I miss dating guys. And it was just come out of nowhere. And he goes, we agreed on everything. He goes, do you want to be here? Yeah. Do you want to watch football? Yeah. He goes, just a sex part I didn't like. He goes, that was horrendous. And I was just like, fair enough. And the other guy goes, my best friend won't let me shit in his house anymore. And then they go on this rant about how toilets are made for shitting. And then he goes, it's not like you shit on the table, is it? And he went, that's exactly what I did.
Oh, wow. What an opening. That's the opening scene, is those two men just talking bollocks to each other.
Yeah, and, like, I think this movie to some people is like someone taking a shit on a table. But anyway, in the middle of this, he gets distracted from the road, knocks a canister off his truck, and it pollutes the water where these fucking puppet beavers, they could have got real beavers for this part, like, but they were puppets. They looked like they had their ass. And they're like
the Muppets, like Sooty and Sweet. Like,
no, No, they were like, you could. They looked cartoonish as fuck, but not like Muppets. But you'll see when you see her. Anyway, we got 3 girls going on a girls' weekend because one of them was broken up with a boyfriend, and there's no phones allowed, no boys, so they go swimming. They get topless, as every horror film.
Yeah.
So you automatically assume who the final girl is, but in the end, she wasn't the final girl. The one that I thought would die first was the final girl.
She's the most evil.
Yeah, so anyway, she goes, I've never seen a beaver dam before, and it has this green goo all over it. And they go, do they come and piss all over their houses? And anyway, when they go in to investigate it, this bear pops up, which is, I think he was the best actor in this entire film.
What, a real bear or a puppet bear?
No, he was a proper bear. He gets scared off by a hunter who tells him to like cover up. So she's lost her bikini top now, and then he goes, "No, your stomachs. There's lots of families around here." And I was just like, "Shut up," because he looked like really pervy, as most people would.
Hunters do look pervy though, don't they?
Yeah, I'm surprised Clint Howard did not play this hunter though.
And like Elmer Fudd, he was a pervert. He got turned on whenever Bugs Bunny dressed up as Ladybug, didn't he?
Yeah, he was proper into bestiality, I think, Elmer Fudd.
Elmer Fudd loved Bugs Bunny as a girl bunny.
And Yosemite Sam was racist to rabbits. He called them carrot-eating varmints.
He was just prejudiced against rabbits.
And Bugs Bunny, he wasn't even a bunny.
What was it, a hare?
A hare.
Bugs' hair.
I still remember that clip of Family Guy. He goes, all in favour Bugs Bunny. All in favour for Ramtub, the retarded rabbit. Oh, right. Okay. Where were we? Anyway, all the boyfriends turn up, but Mary, who's like the geeky one, but I thought was the most attractive out of all of them, tells them they can't stay. But there's another boy called Sam who's cheated on Jen with a girl. She's got a picture of him kissing a girl, but you can't see the girl's face. Jen goes to take a shower then, and then this beaver, they booked it as a jump scare. It was not a jump scare.
Right.
You would have laughed your head off. Like it was like you, Sean, going into your bathroom, and your brother got a puppet going. Right. They managed to kill it with a baseball bat, and they shove it in a trash bag so brilliantly and shove it on the fucking porch. And then then cabin. Why are the beavers?
Thinking it is dead, right?
Well, no, it's not. The next day they go out and the bag has been opened, so they don't know if another animal's eaten the carcass or he's still alive. Anyway, the same beaver who attacked her, he's not dead, Sean, chases her back to the log cabin, and
that's why it's called zombieavers.
Yeah, they all go swimming, and then they end up going up. One of the guys gets his foot eaten, so they go up on this wooden raft, and one of them has a dog, and to save all their lives, he picks up this girl's dog and goes, fuck it, throws this dog in the water. It's the most...
That's horrible. It's
the most CGI dog death you'll ever see in your life. You don't even see any blood, to be honest with you. So don't worry about it, Sean.
Yeah, but it's... What?
They don't kill animals in horror films.
No, I know, but it's just... have you ever seen Marley and Me?
Oh, it's terrible.
Yeah, but it's so sad, isn't it?
No,
I just don't want to see dogs die. I want to be entertained. I want to... If this film didn't have that... And it's just so unnecessary that a dog had to die.
Right. They get back to the cabin and their phone lines have been cut. And one of them actually goes, do you think the beavers are doing it on purpose? Yes, a beaver knows how to cut a phone line. Anyway, they go off to get help, and one of them gets killed. He gets crushed by a tree off camera, so it's not really... Anyway, the hunter... Go on.
That scene should have been shown. The one with the death of the tree. That'd have been good.
Right. Anyway, they go to rescue. They find a truck with weapons in it, and they find the hunter. They go next door to the neighbor where the guy mistakes his dog for a beaver. No, his beaver. His dog is by him at the first scene, and by the end of the scene, he's stroking a beaver, which is quite funny.
It's not a dead beaver, just a normal beaver.
Anyway, Jen finds out that Mary was the girl, her best friend was the girl who kissed her ex. And she, in this film, it teases that Mary has a lesbian crush on Jen. But then at one point, she goes to bed and Jen crawls on top of her. And she turns around and goes, "I'm not interested in you," which I was like, "Oh, I thought you were," but obviously he wasn't. And Jen starts drooling on her. And we find out that Jen is now a beaver zombie. She's got the teeth. She's got the teeth like that. And the fucking funniest thing, when she's in danger, she's got this fake ass on her, and she's like going up and down on the floor, smacking his tail on the floor. It was the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Oh my God! So there's a woman zombie beaver.
Yes.
Part zombie, part beaver, part human.
Yeah, it was like Man Bear Pig in South Park. Half woman, half beaver, half zombie. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Anyway, Sam rescues Mary by Sam. Obviously, his ex is dead now, so he knocks her out with a baseball bat. Then the weirdest thing, they both think they've been bitten. And obviously these two were the ones that have, like, she's a shitty best friend, he's a shitty boyfriend. They tell each other to strip to check for booze, and then they just end up fucking.
Well,
and then right in the middle of it, he goes, "Do you realise there's beavers trying to kill us?"
Okay. Yeah, that's a very valid point. Why are we having sex right now? Beaver
Jen then interrupts them, obviously his ex, who's turned into a beaver, and bites off his penis.
Yeah! Penis bite!
Yeah, and he's like, "Ugh," and all you see is blood coming out of his boxers, like. Right, anyway, the guy who lost his foot turns into a zombie, and he's like fighting him with a stub. And
we've got two zombie beaver humans now.
Yeah, and Zoe, one of the other girls, who's like the bitch of the group, who I thought was going to die first, jumps out of a window. A 2-story window, by the way, and survives. Okay.
Did she hurt herself?
Oh. A beaver then... a beaver runs...
Oh, no. Oh, no.
This puppet beaver runs into a fucking plug. And it sets it on fire. It's on fire. And sets the house on fire.
Oh, my God.
So, anyway, Mary kills her boyfriend. Sam comes back and Mary kills him. Obviously, he's a she-male beaver because he hasn't got a penis.
Yeah.
Then the hunter, which is weird, right? The hunter gets his face ripped off, and then he turns into a beaver, but he can still shoot a gun like a normal person. He's like this. He's like pointing a gun like that. He's got one of those scope things, and his face is hanging off, and he's like, with these fucking teeth hanging out. And I'm just like, what the fuck is going on?
Oh my God. This sounds mad. This sounds absolutely mad.
Right, anyway, all these people are like, they get into the truck and everyone and then the fucking bear they saw earlier.
Oh yeah,
is a beaver. They got this bear and stuck beaver teeth on him. So he's now 50%. He's a half bear, half beaver, half zombie.
Zombie beaver.
And then there's this scene when one of the neighbours is chewing a tree with a beaver opposite him, doing the same. There's a beaver normally doing it, and then a grown man going. And then they both stare at each other stupidly. Like, this beaver looks more serious than he does.
This is the maddest film ever. I can't wait to watch this one.
So we're down to Zoe and Mary. Mary's the nerdy one who betrayed her best friend. Mary's lost it by now, and she puts a gun up to Zoe and says, "You've been infected. I got to kill you." But then, as she's telling her this, she turns into a beaver zombie and gets axed in the fucking head. Anyway, back to the end. Then Zoe is the one survivor, And then she gets hit by the two guys from the start who hit the deer when they weren't looking. They run her over. And then this fucking train wreck of a film. But then there's a cut at the end of a sequel where a bee is on a beaver and he goes back to the hive. So we're going to have zombies.
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 Oh my god.
Clever though, isn't it? If you think about it, I thought zombies. Brilliant.
Yeah. Why has no one thought of that already? Like,
well, so far it's been 6 years since it came out, and there's been no sequel.
There will be. That sounds. Wow, that sounds like such a crazy ass movie that I think I might enjoy. That sounds like. Is it short?
No, I think it's like 77 minutes. And believe it or not, Sean, I didn't think it was bad.
How would you rate that film, Sam? Out of 10?
It made me laugh.
Mm.
The effects were pretty good, bar the human beavers, which I drew the line at. 6 out of 10.
6 out of 10.
Right. My question I was going to tell you, right? Obviously, off camera, this film grossed $44,000. Guess the rating it has on Rotten Tomatoes.
I'm gonna say 70%.
69.
Is it? Oh, I was so close. I was thinking that. See, a film like that shouldn't be that high, but it was gonna be, wasn't it?
Apparently, the quotes of it, the people, they said, you read the title, that's what you're going to get.
Of course.
Like, there are funny parts in it. The worst film I've ever seen. But I enjoyed it, and I think you'd enjoy it too.
It's not the best film ever. It's not the worst film ever.
And our lovely, adorable fans will as well. Zombievers now on Netflix.
I'm going to
get right on that. I would not be surprised it's in the top 10 of Netflix today.
Should I check now? I'll check now. Netflix. Zombievers. Right. Let's have a look. Top 10 in the UK today. No, it's not. The first Purge is.
Pardon?
The first Purge.
Oh, that's good, that is.
I want to see. Hold on.
And I don't like prequels normally.
Right, there it is. There's Zombievers. Right there. It's on Netflix.
You gotta watch it.
That's the film poster. It's a beaver just about to chew a woman.
Well, they got the teeth
for
for it,
Brandy college kids partying in a woodland cabin gets a nasty surprise when a horde of ferocious zombie beavers attack. I can't wait. I can't wait to watch it.
I didn't hate it. It wasn't excellent, but I enjoyed it. It was funny.
Excellent. Brilliant, Sam. Brilliant. Sounds... Can't wait. Right. Shall we move on to another film-related thing?
Yeah.
Shall we go through my Marvel list, ultimate Marvel list of Marvel movies?
Yep, this is for all you Marvel fans. We'd like to hear your lists as well. If you want to send us an email, podcastsms@gmail.com. Sean.
Do. Yes. Oh, right. So, yeah. So, over the course of the lockdown, I rewatched all 22? Is it 22? I think it's 22. 22 Marvel movies in order, not in release order, but in the order of the time period it was set in. So the first one I watched was Captain America, the First Avenger, I think. And then it was Captain Marvel, because that was set in the 90s, and then it went to Iron Man and so on.
Yeah.
I'm going to go from the worst to my favorite. Okay.
Okay.
So right at the bottom we got
Right.
Thor.
So, sorry to interrupt you. Just because it's the worst doesn't automatically assume it's bad. It's just, you know what I
Of
mean?
course, it's
They're
my
all,
least favorite.
yeah, at
They're all
least,
good.
yeah, they're all good in their own little. No, I'd say one of them at least is bad. But carry on anyway. Sorry to
Okay.
interrupt you.
Right. So my least favorite Marvel film is Thor: The Dark World.
Yes.
The second Thor film, very disappointing. And it just drags a little. I'm just like,
Yeah.
oh, come on, let's carry on. Next one is Captain Marvel.
Yeah, that's fair.
Until Samuel L. Jackson popped up, I wasn't that interested. Because of the importance of Captain Marvel towards the end of the Avengers movies.
What, her like
Um,
a 2 minute fucking cameo?
yeah, and I like the relationship between Brie Larson and Samuel Jackson. Next one, Doctor Strange.
Yeah, I got the sort of like, obviously Doctor Strange wasn't a pushed Marvel character. I wouldn't say he's like the face of Marvel. Do you know what I mean? I wouldn't have thought to put him in a film about him, but I think some of these were just put in films just to put because they were going to be in the Avengers movie series. So
Yeah.
I totally agree with that.
Was it in the comics that Doctor Strange is a pivotal role in like the Infinity War and Endgame and
Yeah,
stuff?
the only time I watched Doctor Strange was when he made cameos in the Spider-Man series. That's the only
Yeah.
reason I knew who he was, but I don't know much about him.
So following on from that, we got Thor, the first Thor film.
Oh, I like the first Thor film.
Yeah, it's all right, but there's so many more better films I thought than that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the next one is Iron Man 2.
I believe it or not, that is my favorite Iron Man film.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I enjoyed it, but there's something missing about it.
I want my Boyd. Where's my Boyd?
Yeah,
He's
Mickey
not my
Rourke's
Boyd.
character. Mickey, he looks so cool and so badass in that. But I don't know. I think I was more annoyed about Sam Rockwell's character. You know, the business guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the next one, I thought Iron Man 3 is better than Iron Man 2.
My least favorite Iron Man film.
Is it?
Way too long.
See, I enjoyed it. I like the whole his house is being destroyed. All the Iron Men are being destroyed and stuff. So he has to start from the bottom again and work his way up. And the Mandarin, when I first watched the Mandarin, what he turns out to be, I was pissed off. I was like, oh, I just wanted him to be like a no-nonsense, like terrorist kind of character. And then he turns out to be just the face of it, isn't he? And he's like a British drunk or something like that.
Yeah.
But no, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed that one. It was good. Next one is, see, this is where you might get pissed off. Ant-Man.
Oh, it's way better than Ant-Man and the Wasp. Ant-Man's bar the Avengers. I don't count the Avengers as the thing. For the series, you know, the individual films, Ant-Man's my favourite one.
Is it really? Why?
Because I just think he's got a good backstory. It's proper, like he's a normal guy. Nothing bad. Well, I know he went to jail. He wants to see his kid. Like he's related. Like some people can relate to that. Like good dad, like that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. It's just
And he's brilliant in Infinity War. I know he's only in a cameo, but he goes Captain America.
Yeah. Paul Rudd is fantastic as Ant-Man. I enjoyed Ant-Man. I did.
And I like the fight scene.
Song.
And the fight scene is fucking brilliant. Thomas the Tank Engine, like when
Thomas
they go
the
small.
Tank Engine, yeah.
And the Wasp, he was Yellow Jacket was a dick, like.
He was a prick,
He was a good villain. He was.
He looked pretty badass when he was the Yellow Jacket.
Yeah.
Next one is Captain America: The First Avenger.
Yeah.
The one that was in set in World War II, wasn't it? And
I think they should have done a bit more with Red Skull.
yeah. Oh,
he could have
was
been
the highlight of that film. I really loved Red Skull.
He could have been in like one. I can't remember how he died, but I just don't think he should have died. Or he could have, like they did, or they could have done something like he's normal looking, but his nickname is Red Skull, and then at the end, Captain America causes him to look like that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. So then the next film, like, yeah. I see your point. Yeah, definitely.
Because you could have brought him back into the future, like Captain America comes into the future. They could have done something to bring him into the future as well. Because I think he would have been good against the Avengers.
I would have thought, yeah.
I'm really uncomfortable. I would have used him in the first Avengers film as well.
Like Red Skull and Loki teaming up to take on the Avengers. That would be really cool.
Yeah.
There you go. What do we know, Sam? The next one is Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Who plays Mary Jane? She is absolutely beautiful.
Zendaya.
Oh, I think she's absolutely class.
Yeah, I think her and Tom Holland are actually going out or something like that.
I think she is the best Mary Jane ever.
Yeah, better than Kirsten Dunst. I hated Kirsten Dunst.
Kirsten Dunst. She was all right.
She was okay, but by the third film, I was like, oh, please ditch Mary Jane, Peter. Please. He does, actually, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Okay, following on is Ant-Man and the Wasp. I preferred Ant-Man and the Wasp to Ant-Man.
I liked Ant-Man and the Wasp, but I still think Ant-Man's better.
Nah, see, I laughed a lot more than I thought I would laugh at Ant-Man and the Wasp. I found it very funny. I laughed a lot at it. And especially in the time I watched like the order, the Marvel order. So you watch Infinity War first, and then you watched Ant-Man and the Wasp after, and then you watch Endgame. So it's good to have a little bit of a lighter-hearted story between those two big, huge, epic movies. So yeah, I thought Ant-Man and the Wasp was a great watch. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Next one is Black Panther.
Right. I didn't like Black Panther.
Why is that?
And I'm not the only one, because Mike agrees as well. I probably because I'm not too familiar with the story, but I just thought it was made just to be filler, if you get what I mean. It was okay. It wasn't bad. But I just don't think, as a Marvel fan, I don't really rate Black Panther, to be honest.
It's very different from all other Marvel films. It's not your typical superhero story, and I really liked it for it. And yeah, I just think it's a very, very good film. Very, very relevant film. Very important film, I think. And I think it achieved more than what it expected to. I think it's one of the most successful Marvel films, isn't it? Like one of the highest gross.
At the moment, it's the highest rating on Rotten Tomatoes, so technically it's classed as the best Marvel film of all time.
Wow.
Do you understand? It's great because it's like a whole African American cast, which is brilliant. Absolutely fantastic. No, well, not just African American, like other people from backgrounds, but like I just wasn't a big Black Panther fan. That's why I watched it just to get like ready for Endgame, like. But anyway,
see, if I remember rightly, you are introduced to Black Panther in Civil War, Captain America: Civil War. That's when you first meet him. So, and I really liked his appearance in Civil War. So, in that aspect, I was like, all right, yeah, Black Panther. It's much more serious than film than I thought. It's not as funny. Yeah, it's not as comical. Like Guardians of the Galaxy, which we'll talk about later, is funny. Ant-Man, funny. Iron Man, funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, Black Panther had a very serious tone to it, and he just looked badass in his actual outfit, I thought.
Yeah.
What else we got? Next one is Avengers: Age of Ultron.
I preferred that to the first Avengers film.
Really?
Yeah.
I think Avengers. This is the weakest Avengers movie.
I liked Ultron. He was quite funny.
Yeah, I wanted him to be less funny. I wanted him to be more just plain straight up. I'm going to destroy this planet. And then
wasn't there a scene when he he promised he wouldn't kill someone and he did, and he was like, "Oh, I won't do it again."
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. But don't get me wrong. There's amazing set pieces in that, and it's always great when all the gang is together.
Yeah, but that's what makes a villain sometimes, like, because it shows they got personality. They're not just like, "Oh, my life sucks. I want to destroy the world." Like, even Thanos had personality. Like,
a good backstory, a good motive. Yeah.
He wanted to be a farmer. That's all he wanted to do, and he did.
Yeah. But with Ultron, he just had this thing, like he was better than everything on the planet, and he was very cocky about that, to be honest, and that's probably why he was quite funny. But still, and we are introduced to, is it Scarlet Witch or something like that? Is it?
Yes.
And Quicksilver as well, and the not the Human Torch.
He was Captain America.
He was
the only actor to play two Marvel characters. That's quite. I might be wrong.
It was an interview recently with Chris Evans, and he said that he took the role of the Human Torch because he needed it. He needed the money.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I mean, well, of course you're going to take it. I mean, it's a superhero character, and you're probably getting paid a good amount.
Like, I don't understand why they can't get Fantastic Four right.
I think the next time they do it, apparently, they'll nail it. Who did we say? It should be Captain Mr. Fantastic. Who would be perfect for that? Oh, I was thinking. Oh, never mind. I'll think of it. After Avengers: Age of Ultron is Spider-Man: Far From Home. The latest one, yeah, the latest Marvel movie.
I liked it. Don't get me wrong, but there was too much of Tony Stark in it. You know what I mean? Like, back. You know what I mean?
I miss Tony Stark. Yeah.
Like, you've got to be the hero now. Like, yes, it's nice to miss people, but move on. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, have a sob story at the start, which is fine. Awesome intro to that film with Whitney Houston.
Oh, I can't remember, but yeah, no, I totally agree. Like, they did drag that out a bit. They did milk the whole Tony Stark gone kind of thing.
You've saved the world 3 or 4 times before this movie, and yet you're still worrying you haven't got Tony Stark. Like, he should have matured a bit more.
He does by the end of Far From Home, though, doesn't he?
Yeah.
By the end of the movie, he's like, and that is the purpose of the film, I guess.
And Mysterio is my favourite Spider-Man villain.
Yeah, and they nailed it, in my opinion. I thought
and
all was great casting for Mysterio.
The way he just switched, because when I read like the previews of it, like, he looked like a goodie, and I was just like, how the hell is he gonna turn bad? And then it was just like that one scene.
Yeah.
And he was an arsehole.
Oh, I loved that scene.
And
as
I
well.
went, fucking hell, that's brilliant. Like, no back, no like, oh, I'm going to turn my back on him, something bad happened, I'm going to turn evil. He was a dick. He was playing a nice guy, but he was a dick, and it was brilliant.
Yeah. It's
good
very
film.
good.
Good film.
Very good film. The next one is the first Iron Man movie.
Yeah. Good film.
It's the thing that started it all, isn't it? And the first half of the movie is my favorite first half of any movie, really. The whole idea of Tony Stark, a genius stuck in a cave, and he manages to escape by building a robot out of just crap. Like, it's incredible. It's incredible. I love the first half of the film. The second half does dip a bit, but it's still a very strong film throughout, and it introduces you to Tony Stark, which is incredible. Robert Downey Jr. is he
was born to play that part.
Yeah, he was. He was indeed. I read an article about his performance in Endgame and how he was robbed out of an Oscar nomination. Do you think Robert Downey Jr. deserved an Oscar nomination?
Absolutely.
For Iron Man?
Yeah, like, we're not saying he should have won an Oscar for it. He should have been like it was his final appearance. Well, it wasn't, because he was in the next Spider-Man film, cameo, but didn't he? But yeah, I think he should have had at least a mention.
Yeah, I think so too. I think he should have, just for the whole body of it. Like, I think he really kicked it off. I think if Iron Man didn't do well, we wouldn't have as many Marvel films right now, I don't think.
Oh, but they're rolling in the money, like. They still are. They still are.
So the next one, we're nearly at the top 5, Sam. The next one is Captain America: The Winter Soldier, which is an awesome film. It's just really, really good. I thought it's just very solid. It's actually made me like Captain America, because the first film I was like, and even before the films and all this came out, I was just thought, oh, Captain America's he's a bit of a dweeb, isn't he? Really, he's a bit of a, oh, look, America, you know, he's like, but like a bit of a douchebag. But Winter Soldier especially made me care more about Captain America. Steve Rogers, that's his name, right? And Bucky, the Winter Soldier, badass as well. So great movie, strong.
I wonder if he sold his arm to Rocket after. Remember, Rocket kept trying to. He's like, how much for the arm? You know, he goes, I'll get that arm.
Yeah, he does.
Bradley Cooper, fucking brilliant.
Well, speaking of Rocket, the next film is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, which is brilliant. Not as good as the original Guardians, but still very good.
I would have put that down a little bit more, to be honest with you, but I think there's a lot of films that are better than it. But yeah, it's good.
It's just very entertaining. I was, especially after the first Guardians, I was just like, oh, yeah, this is going to be fun to watch. And Batista steals the bloody show with the lines, some of the best lines of any film ever. Is there something like, I have very hard nipples or something like that? Or he's like, I can stand so still that I'm invisible to the naked eye. And he goes to eat a crisp, doesn't he? He's like, we just saw you eat a crisp. No, you didn't.
Yeah, it's fucking good.
It's great. It's a great movie. The next one is the first Avengers.
Oh.
I remember.
We're going to disagree on that one, I think.
Why do you disagree with that, Sam?
I just felt that it ended, like, there was no solid villain, and I felt like it just ended in the middle of it.
Loki, he's a villain.
He wasn't.
He was a god going to Earth, and this is before all the other shit has happened, before we knew anything about Thanos and stuff like that. So, yeah, I thought this was a big deal. it was very exciting at the time. I remember watching it for the first time. I was like, this is going to be big. And it did feel big. And it was great, the interaction between Thor and Hulk, and especially the bit when Hulk beats up Loki.
Yeah.
That's so good.
And Anthony Hopkins.
What?
Thor's dad, and
He's not in that movie, though.
Yeah, I know.
He's
I'm just saying.
Oh, right. Okay.
He's Welsh, isn't he?
Right.
Anthony Hopkins is Welsh. Yeah, he is.
He is. Right, we're in our top 5 now, Sam.
Okay.
We've got 5 more films left.
Okay.
So, at number 5 is Thor Ragnarok.
Fucking awesome. Nailed it out of the fucking park.
They did.
I think they released Dark World to let us all down, and they fucking pulled that out of their fucking sack.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy how the first 2 Thor films are in my bottom 5, and then the third Thor film is in my top 5. They really did smash it out of the park. It's funny, exciting, cool, dramatic.
Don't cut my hair.
And Korg is one of my favourite Marvel characters as well.
Oh, is he?
Hey mate, we want to go on this big spaceship. Want to come? Piss off, ghost.
Brilliant.
Oh, so good. It's so good. The next one at number 4 is Guardians of the Galaxy, the first one.
Awesome. I let my kids watch that. They love Groot. Like they were almost crying when he died.
Yeah, Groot is brilliant. This was a total departure from all the other Marvel films that was released at the time. It was just like, right, I don't know anything about these characters, and I like my comics and stuff like that.
I want to see Vin Diesel's check for this film.
Yeah, yeah. Like, how much did he get paid for saying those 3 words a bunch of times?
He didn't appear on camera.
No.
And
literally, I don't think they didn't use his face for the CGI, don't they?
No, they didn't. And all he did was do some cartoon voices. And I bet you he fucking got one of the highest paychecks compared to, I'd say, probably more than Batista. Maybe the same as Bradley Cooper.
Seriously, Bradley Cooper's rocket is incredible.
They had to put a video up because no one believed it was Bradley Cooper.
It's incredible. Like, yeah, his voice is totally different to anything else that he's done.
Actors can put voices on.
Yeah, exactly. I believe it. And Chris Pratt is brilliant as Star-Lord as well. Zoe Saldana is great. They all play their roles very well.
It reminds me of, I know it sounds quite silly, it reminds me of Futurama as well.
No, I agree.
Like Star-Lord and the Green Lady remind me of Fry and Leela.
Yeah.
That's how I see it. Like.
And Rocket is Bender.
Yeah.
Isn't he, basically?
You could call Groot Zoidberg.
Yeah. Right. Oh, also, yeah. Also, the soundtrack to Guardians of the Galaxy, Thor Ragnarok, and Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 are brilliant. Whoever picked that music for those 3 films, they nailed it.
Absolutely.
Number 3. Now this is a bit of a controversial one. And number 3 is Captain America: Civil War.
I believe that's Mike's favourite, isn't it, as well?
Yeah, he rates this film highly.
Very good film.
Yeah, it's a long film.
A bit, I was going to say, a bit too long. And I would have drawn out the scene in the airport a bit more. And
I think that's what I was building up to, is the big fight between the Avengers, basically, wasn't it? It was the Avengers versus the Avengers.
What, wasn't it a 15 as well?
I don't think so. I think,
like, my daughter, my youngest daughter, wants to watch the Marvel films now, but like most of them are like 12s and stuff like that.
I think they all are. I don't think any of them is 15. I think
Deadpool.
they're all 12.
Deadpool.
Yeah, apart from Deadpool. Yeah.
Apparently, they want him to take over the Stan Lee cameos.
I'd love that. I would absolutely love that.
But he's more on X-Men side, isn't he?
He is, but I think they're trying to get the X-Men universe and the other universe to merge, don't they?
Yeah.
Right. So it leaves 2 left.
I already know the 2 as well, so.
Yeah, we're left with Infinity War and Endgame.
Yeah.
Which order do you think I like?
I reckon you've put Infinity War as your favourite.
Nah, I've gone Endgame as my favourite.
I wouldn't have blamed you if you put Infinity War as your favourite, because I would be struggling with that. Yeah, they are the 2 best films.
They are. I mean, just because, right? All the previous films we mentioned all built up to these 2 massive films, and the only reason I put Endgame higher than Infinity War is because it was the end of it. I know it's very silly to say, but it was the end of this big chunk of movie history, and it ended on a most epic scale. I think we all know which scene we're talking about. It's the one when all of the guys came back to fight Thanos and his army. It was just it's a goosebumps moment, isn't it?
I've never stood up in a cinema. You know the scene when they're coming back for the portals?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
I was literally standing up in the cinema, going ballistic, like, because I thought that scene, to sit there and watch that scene. If you go on YouTube at the time, like there was people recording them, and they're full on. Every person who's coming back, like obviously Spider-Man swings in, people are going fucking ballistic, like.
Yeah, especially
when Ant-Man pops on the fucking ground. I went, but you missed a film off your list. The Incredible Hulk.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Basically, I don't class that as part of it.
Okay.
Apparently it is, though. Apparently it is.
The same actor, though, isn't it?
Edward Norton was in The Incredible Hulk. Mark Ruffalo was in the Marvel movies. But
I thought they ruined the Hulk character a bit.
No, I don't think so. I think they did very well with it. They could have easily done. They could have easily done another Origins one, but we had 2 Origin Hulk movies in within 10 years. Didn't we? We had like the Hulk with Eric Bana, and that was like 2002, 2003, and then we had the Incredible Hulk, which was only like a few years later. So I think it was still quite fresh in people's minds of how Bruce Banner became the Hulk. So, Endgame, my favorite Marvel film of all time.
And Infinity War, you know, when Thor comes back.
Yes.
And he takes I fucking love that scene.
Yeah.
And Groot fucking sticks his hand, and he's like, he goes, "This is my friend Tree," and he goes, "I am Steve Rogers." Class.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fearless, Sean. Fair play.
Yeah, you agree. Yeah. Well, I know that some people will have their own opinions, but I'm glad I rewatched them all, especially during lockdown. I don't think I would find another time to do that. So I really enjoyed it. I'm trying to think of another marathon to do now. I would do the James Bond movies, but
well, with the kids, I've done Mr. Bean, the series, and the films. All 3 Johnny English films, which I like.
I've only seen the first one. No. What's the second one?
What's Reborn. The second one about? Reborn.
Yeah, but what's it about?
Something about being brainwashed.
Oh, okay. But no, it doesn't. The first one's the best one, obviously, isn't it?
Yeah. Right. we started this on the last episode. Never have I ever. Sean lost the most fingers first last time. Right, 5 fingers up, Sean. Are we ready to start? To embarrass ourselves and to make us look like really bad people. Right, number 1. Never have I ever been with someone just because they were attractive.
Just because they're attractive?
Yeah. I'll put a finger down there.
What? So, being with as in...
Just because they're pretty.
Like, in a relationship with them?
Yeah.
No, I can't say I have.
Oh, that's nice, Sean.
I'm a sweet man, yeah.
Never have I cried in front of an ex. Oh, Jesus.
Well...
Everyone must have done that at one point.
Yeah. If you didn't, then... Yeah,
I got it off his app. Right,
what?
Next. I got it off an app. I want to get Michael back to play this.
Yeah.
Mike, come back.
Come back, Mike.
Oh, Jesus Christ, this is bad. Never have I ever had 2 partners at the same time. I've got a story for this. It's not because I'm a dick and I cheat or something like that. I'll tell you the story, right? I'm saying peace, Sam. I got 2, right? Basically, I was with someone. This was back in like year 9 or year 8 or year 9. I can't remember. I was with someone, but I liked the girl more. So I was staying at your house. I remember on Friday, this person rang me to ask me out. And I stupidly said, I should have said, yes, but you got to wait until I break up with her. But stupidly, I went, yeah, of course I will. And then by the Monday, it looked like I'd been cheating on the girl I was with now. But I hadn't. I tried ringing her, but she didn't answer me. So then I had my ass handed to me because of that.
We live and we learn, Sam.
We live and we learn. Okay. Never have I ever said bad things about my partner behind their back. Oh, it's fucking obvious, isn't it? Sean, you have definitely got 1 finger down.
I've got 3 to go.
Sorry. I thought you hadn't put a finger down.
Yeah, I mean,
that girl who never talked, remember that?
But
me and Mike went to meet one of Sean's partners. I'm not going to mention names, and she didn't say a word all night, and we had to make conversation, and it was just really awkward. Me, Sean, and Mike, and this random girl trying to make conversation. It was just 1-word answers. Great night.
No, it was one of the best.
That's a boring one.
What's the next one?
Oh no, that's a brutal one. That's one for when Mike's on here.
Oh no. Okay. I'm winning at the moment. I'm winning this round.
Never have I ever hooked up with someone I met online. That class is Tinder, Sean.
Yeah, but I haven't. When you say hook up, as in like what? Like sleep with her?
Oh yeah. Oh fucking hell! I'm down. I lost.
I've met up with people and kissed a few, but I haven't like slept because I'm a good boy. So I won. I got 3 fingers left.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm not an asshole, by the way, everyone. That's the story of it. Like
I can confirm that he is not an asshole.
I can be sometimes, but not all the time.
It's very dark with you, Sam.
I know. I'm sitting in the dark. I just enjoyed the sunset. Beautiful.
It's been a lovely day, isn't it?
It's been, well, I'm actually looking forward to the rain tomorrow. Give us an email, podcast@sms@gmail.com. We don't know how long this is going to keep going like this, but hopefully we'll be able to do another live show. I really want to do another live show.
We would. It would have to be socially distanced, obviously, so we'd have to figure out.
Maybe now we can sit in each other's gardens. Maybe we'll do one in the garden next time. Just sit opposite each other like this and go, we're in a garden.
We're in a garden.
Maybe we'll go to someone else's garden.
We could. What, with their permission, obviously.
No, we'll just jump the fence.
Just break into someone's garden and
And
film.
ask them to make us a Nesquik and a Ready Brek.
I hate Ready Brek. You
Why?
can have the You can have the Red Brek. I'll have the Nesquik.
Why? What's wrong with Ready Brek? It's porridge.
I've never been a fan of porridge.
Porridge.
I never liked. No, never been a fan of porridge, and I'm not a fan of the TV show Porridge either.
I did not know that you didn't like porridge. Do you like porridge, everyone? Podcast sms@gmail.com. Right, so we're gonna have to wrap it up this week because I think that's all we've done this week. We've had a nice little chat about films, gone from Zombievers to Marvel to realising how much of an asshole I am. Anyway, join us on the next episode. Any suggestions? At the moment, everything's quite difficult at the moment to talk about. But like I said, everyone's life matters. Stay safe, 2 meters apart. Don't be silly.
Stay safe, everyone. Stay safe.
Right. My name is Ben. It was always. My name is Sam.
And I've been Sean.
Like and subscribe on YouTube. Ring the bell. New content as soon as we can get our asses back into gear. Stay safe, everyone.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.